Hi guys, it's Yvonne and I have a project to share with you guys. I've tried some new products and I have a technique to share with you guys, something that I've been doing for a little while, but I wanted to just give you a look, see how I do it. So this is the project. It's a mixed media tag and I'm really excited. The way it turned out was not what I expected, but it was a pleasant surprise. So here we go. Just a little bit of the process, starting with the base sheet. It's actually wrapping paper that I found at the dollar store with newsprint on it. And so the technique that I was talking about is using tulle to give some more texture to the base of the tag. And so here you'll see that I adhere a layer of tulle while the Mod Podge is still a little wet, and I really like what happens to the edges. When I heat, it starts to melt and it kind of melts into the tag and it adheres really well. I decided it needed another layer, and so again, not requiring a whole lot more glue. It does a really good job of adhering for some reason once it starts to kind of melt into the tag. I used a little bit of Mod Podge on the edges to kind of seal it down. I don't want the edges to fray. And then I'm going to use some Lindy Stamp Gang that's Ghostly Gargoyle White just to brighten up the tag. And this is the new product that I hadn't tried before. It's from Dreamweaver's Stencils, and it's an embossing paste, and it's Pearlescent. So if you look, you'll see how glossy it is, how shiny. I really like the look. Very pretty. That was a Harlequin layering stencil from Tim Holtz. See how shiny? So pretty. Really easy to work with. I was able to get it to mold right back into place after I'd messed it up a little. And this is the burlap layering stencil. For this section, I'm going to give it a much lighter layer of the embossing paste. And I'm going to go with even a lighter touch for the last section. And this stencil is the bubbles. The embossing paste has a very smooth, silk-like texture. So you'll notice the very pretty sheen and gloss it has. Those areas in between the gaps, I feel need a little sheen as well, and so I'm using the iridescent medium in that section to fill those gaps in. And so this is the product that I've not used in a very long time. I've had that for quite some time. It's by Winsor & Newton, and I picked it up at Michael's, and it does a really good job at giving the surface a pearlescent sheen to it. Okay, now I'm going to apply some of the Lindy Stamp Gang Moonshadow Mist, and this one is the Mystic Malachite. And I love the two-tone nature of the product. Next, I'm going to use this Smoky Sapphire Moonshadow Mist. Another reason I like working with the tulle is that I feel it grips the mica and holds it down in one place, therefore intensifying the color. I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's what's happening. I'm not sure. But it looks like it is. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The colors are so rich. Next, I'm going to prepare the flowers. I am using I Am Roses flowers, and this one I'm doing quick and easy by just dipping it right into the ink pot. That does, however, use up quite a bit of your moon shadow. A little iridescent medium. And this one I will just use a paintbrush instead of dipping. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the iridescent medium to this flower as well. So pretty. Next, I'm going to show you how I'm preparing some of the metals that I'm going to use on the project. I'm going to coat the metals with a layer of the embossing paste, and I'm going to use the same Lindy's to paint them. And I like doing this as opposed to just spraying the metal straight, because the embossing powder does grip on, like I said before, it just really grips onto that mica really well, giving you a nice clean color. The second butterfly that I prepared, I think I may have used too much of the embossing paste, and you'll see the final result. It looks a lot more of the pearlescent color as opposed to the color of the mica. I'll show you a quick side-by-side comparison so you can see what I mean. Last, I'm going to prepare this wood piece. I'm going to color it with the same two moon shadows. I'm going to finish it off with a top coat of some scintillating silver, and that's a Glitz Spritz. Has that extra sheen. Dry that up, and then I'm done. I've added a few pictures. You'll note that I have added a few more elements. Some metals, stamped butterflies, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching.